Alright guys, welcome to truck stop number 1 of this trip. And a very quiet and nice sleep actually last night. It was very nice indeed. We've got very nice actually 21.2 degrees inside, 7.5 outside. That is definitely going to start declining today. As we make our way further and further north, we're actually in Germany right now. We're just above Hamburg in Germany. We're about maybe 45 minutes north of Hamburg. On the routing from Holland or even from Calais, you basically travel east, like east all the way basically until you get to Hamburg, and then at Hamburg you turn north, and that's where we're at, and we go all the way up into Denmark, and then we're turning east again across towards the crossing to Sweden. So hopefully that is where we're going to end up today. We're around about an hour and a half away from Denmark, from the point in Denmark where we turn east, and then it's about 2 hours through Copenhagen and into Malmö in Sweden, where then we're going to turn to the west and start heading west into Sweden. So hopefully we're going to make it to Sweden today. The goal is to make it to Sweden today. I'm not sure after then what the plan is, but today we need to get to Sweden. So
Chris is a geek and he wants a compass.
I forgot, I really wanted to buy a compass for this trip. I know I've got one on my phone. If anyone that says, oh, you've got one on your phone, I know I have. But I kind of want one on the wall. I want a compass on the wall in here just to be a geek and look at it every day and, the sun must be on that side of the van this morning because this is east over here. Do you know what I mean? That's what I wanted to do. I know I'm a geek and everyone's laughing at me right now, but I don't care. It's fine, I'll be a geek. Whatever makes me happy, exactly. So today the plan is a push about 4 hours driving or so to get into Sweden, and then from there is on, baby, let's go. Oh, right, let's do it. Steamy windows, look at Ferrari pig, she's so cute. Hello darling, good morning.
Okay guys, welcome to Ausfahrt.
What? No, that's an exit on Germany, babe, on the motorway. You mean Middelfart. Middelfart. This is where we are now.
I'm just going to start that again. Okay. So it's baby censoring. I moved over here and vlogged over here so that it wouldn't... Why can't you turn it down? Just turn it down.
I can't see the buttons for it.
Top.
I don't know where the buttons are.
The top.
I pressed that and it went off.
There we go. That's it. Oh, well done. Guys, welcome to Middelfart.
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 It's probably Middelfart.
It's probably Middelfart.
But we're immature, so we're saying Middelfart.
Guys, we just had a full-on blown conversation about how Ausfahrt on the motorway in Germany, by the way. We're now in Deutsch. No, we're not in Deutsch. No.
You need to wake up, mate.
I need to wake up. Anyway, we just got to... We're in... Babe, what's going on with me? We're in Denmark. What am I talking about? We're in Denmark. We're not in Dutch. Makes no sense. We're in Denmark right now. Crossed over the border. It's really, really sunny and beautiful here. And we've just pulled up at a Lidl. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're going to go and get some lunch. I think because it's already 1, we might just get some pastries from the pastry section rather than trying to cook some lunch up.
No, mate.
Do you not want me to do that?
No, I'm joking. Just see what there is. I don't mind. I'm happy to get on the road. I'll see what there is.
I think we'll get on the road.
Yeah,
We've only got about 2 hours to go until we actually enter Sweden. And then I think we're going to stop somewhere around there. Like, we're not getting into Sweden and then driving far. We're just going to get into Sweden and then find somewhere to park up for the night, right? Play some family games. It's so excited! The girls are like, Mum always does this thing when we travel. They're like, it's so excited! I always find everything so exciting when we're travelling. It's fun. It's a fun time. And I'm going in my first... I was about to say Dutch again. Lidl in Denmark. So I'm so excited. Oh, they look so good. Look at those. half peppers, half thingies.
All the peppers.
Oh, it's so good. I can't work out the pricing though in here. Like, what's all this pricing?
What's 20 minus?
I don't understand.
Because it can't be 1 kilogram for 40 pounds. Like, what?
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm literally so embarrassed right now.
And I'm really mad.
It's not euros, that's why I can't work the price. How did I not remember that from last time?
And I'm really mad because
I thought it was euro.
Just before I went away, I put my tooth in my pillow and I got €5. I was like, oh, I'm going to spend that on a nice juicy lollipop.
A juicy lollipop.
And now I won't be able to explore the Inghams. I have to wait till
Why did I not remember that? Why am I so stupid? Now I need to work out like all the pricing. Because like that loaf of bread there is 25. Can't work it out.
£20.
But saying that, oh no, these are 20. So these apples. I've just got some apples. These are 27 crowns. So what's that? I need to work it out.
Do you have data?
It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter what they are. But no, it is good to know actually what they cost. Let's work it out. Okay, we've worked it out. It's 1 Danish krone. Is it krone or kroner?
I
think it's different. It's different because it's different in like Norway to like it's different in the different Scandinavia countries. basically. It's different. It's not all one. It's not all. Anyway, I'm just rambling on now.
So
but
they say these apples say 27, but they're really £3.10.
Yeah. So I think it's one English pound is 11
Danish krone.
Yeah, 1 English pound is 11. Yeah, krone. So that's good to know because I was thinking it was €25 for a loaf of bread. I knew it wasn't right. That's why I was saying it's not that. Obviously, I knew it wasn't right. Oh yes.
These are amazing. I remember last time we got them and I was like, oh, that's so good.
They're so good. They just scream Danish to me. We'll get those. We do. We've got a few things that we always get only when we travel. So, for example, these. Oh, Esme's throwing that syrup in there. Chris absolutely loves these, but he will only buy them when we're on a trip, when we're travelling. So yeah, that's good. Then we've got some apples, we've got some milkshakes, got some tomatoes, some cucumber so far. Let's go. Get yourself to Denmark for your butter, guys. Look at this, not even a pound. Salty dumplings. I was going to grab garlic. I forgot garlic. I was going to grab some fresh garlic, but yeah, look at that. Not even a pound for a tub of salted butter. Gonna get 2. Might as well. Right, for anyone that's nosy and wants to look in my shopping basket, we're going for pizzas tonight. Not pizzas, we're gonna make calzone. Is it calzone or calzone?
I say calzone, but I think it's just me that says it.
I think I say calzone. And then someone said, you don't say it. Someone looked at me like I was a complete and utter muppet, so now I say calzone. I actually think it's calzone.
No, I think it's calzone.
It's l'Italiana, calzone. Makes sense. We're going to make our own calzones or calzones. So I don't like tomato puree, I prefer barbecue based on mine. So I've got some barbecue sauces, we've got some pepperoni, we've got some chorizo. Again, Esme, is it chorizo or chorizo?
No, that wasn't chorizo.
Chorizo?
No, yeah.
Chorizo, you're right. I've just made a fool of myself, never mind. Got some chicken. Chicken to put in there. We've got some pizza topping. We've got some mozzarella. We've got some grated, where's the grated? We've got some grated mozzarella down there. And then we've got a few other little bits that we can put in that. Isla's got herself some tea bags, because you know.
She's coming back with a garlic.
Right, and then we've got breakfast for tomorrow. So breakfast for tomorrow I'm going to do in the air fryer. I saw on, was it Instagram Reels or something, where they put some bread, like used a spoon to push down the middle, put an egg in it and then outlined it with bacon in the air fryer, and it looks so juicy and good. So we've got that for breakfast tomorrow. We've got some bread, not bread cakes, some, what are these called? Sandwich, cafe sandwich. We've got some nice seeded bread for lunch tomorrow, though we've not got anything for inside the sandwiches. Maybe we should get some salad, cream cheese and ham. It's down there, I saw it. We'll go back and get that, don't let me forget.
Alright.
I always end up forgetting something. So we've got that for lunch tomorrow. So we've got lunch tomorrow, breakfast tomorrow, dinner for tonight, and then we need lunch for today. So we've got some salad pots. Oh, why is there 3 in here? One for Isabel.
We're going to want one in chicken.
Alright. So
and then we should get some cheesy bread to go with it.
Cheesy bread. Right. What about Jason Mila? What do you think they're going to fancy?
Probably some cheesy bread.
Cheesy bread. Right, I think we're almost done. We've got garlic there, we've got some salad for our sandwiches and tomorrow, we've got some chicken for our sandwiches tomorrow, and I got eggs for breakfast. I got 3 pots of this because we just seem to eat it so fast. Cream spread with chives, and then I filmed those already. It's alright, I filmed them already when we were getting the when you were getting the garlic. And then some dried tomato one. I think we're almost done. We just need to get a bit of lunch for whoever's not got lunch today, and then go pay. This cheesy bread, guys, is where it is at. It's where it's at. No, we don't. I've never eaten at home. Hey, it's only 7. That's like 70p, is it, or something? Yeah, like that. Okay, I'm sure you're meant to use gloves. So there's none. It's fine. We're taking all of them anyway. Yeah. Pop them all in. We've decided to stop our day a little bit quicker. It's a bit quicker, a little bit sooner than we were originally planning today. But Chris just said he's going to explain all that to you guys, so I won't spare you. No, I will spare you.
We are definitely going to sleep here for the night.
We're definitely sleeping here tonight, aren't we?
Yeah.
We'll sleep here tonight in our nice, warm, cosy van. It's Jason's.
I love your hair so much. Look at it.
know.
My hair, guys, nearly gone.
What has?
The spider that I lived through.
Oh, let's have a look.
Spider that I lived through.
It's nearly gone. I drew a spider on him. It's been hard to get off, hasn't it? Right, so basically Jace wakes up every morning. The first thing he said to me this morning was, how many sleeps have we got now in the van? Didn't you? And I was like, lots. We still got lots. And how did you think, what do you think about that?
Yay!
Yay! Jace loves the van trip. I don't know if I said before, but where were we recently? We only went somewhere for like overnight or something. And Jace was like, how many more sleeps? I was like, oh, we're going home now, babe.
It was in Disneyland when we slept for the one night. We were in Disneyland and we slept the last night in the car park. You went,
No.
where are we going now?
I think it was Blackpool.
No.
Yeah, we went to
I know it
Blackpool
was.
for like a night. And he said, how many? And I was like, oh, we're going home today. He was like, what? We've only just got this trip started. We can't go home today. We're just getting started. It's so cute.
I remember that.
Anyway, we've just pulled up for the night. We're just in a service stop tonight. I think we might actually, we've just been looking at hotels in the area to hopefully stay in a little hotel spa tomorrow.
It's such a fart. It won't even get up that.
Is it what? No, you're going to say that again, are you?
It's such a fart.
A Jace River.
That's a fart.
No, don't you start, you little Ted. Don't you start with me. So this trip, although might seem like it's the same trip as what we did last year, it's not going to be the same. We've got different things planned this time. We're going to do some hotel stays. I know we did that last time, but we're going to do it again this time, but obviously different hotels. I feel very lucky to be on this trip because I almost didn't let us come on it stupidly. Again, I did that thing where I let people control me. The first little seed that was planted in my head about actually coming and doing this trip was by actually my midwife. No, it wasn't my midwife, sorry, my health visitor. So it was my health visitor who I actually had when I was pregnant, had Mila, and she's such a lovely lady. And she came when I had Aurora. I can't remember how old Aurora was now, maybe like 8 weeks old, something like that. And, or maybe she was younger actually, I can't remember. Anyway, I can't remember why we got onto our trip that we did last year, but she was saying it sounds like an incredible trip. And I was saying to her that Chris wanted to do the trip again this year, but I didn't want to with Aurora being so young. And she's like, oh, how come? And I was like, just because, you know, it's obviously freezing and we're all in a van. And she was like, don't be so silly, get a coat on her and off you go. And I was like, I kind of just laughed it off. And then I was like, am I actually worried about taking Aurora? Or am I just worried about what people might say about me taking Aurora? And then that looks like, that's Mila. And I was like, yeah, I'm worried about what people are going to think about me taking Aurora, but actually I'm not worried about taking her. And there's absolutely no reason. She said, that's so cute as well, showing me old pictures. She's like, obviously it takes a little bit more preparing to do a trip like this, and we've had to spend more money on the van doing backup things just in case like one fails. Like there's no reason the heating would fail, but on the off chance that it did fail, we've got backup heaters and things like that. So
we've got
that's what I mean. We've had
survive anything in this
yeah,
van,
we've got backup everything in this van. So we've prepared backup power and everything. Yeah,
well, Dad. Backup everything.
Yeah, we've got backup everything. Everything we've got like double of. So we're definitely prepared. But I was just about to say, there's no reason why anything would go wrong or the heating would go. But do you remember when we almost actually died on the last road trip and never vlogged it? We never filmed that.
Wait, can we tell the story now? Have we ever told it?
And we've never told this story.
Tell it right.
But I'll tell it right because I know it word for word. I've revised it. I've made fake scenarios
but
with this.
technically you guys won't know it right.
No, we will.
I don't think we should even share it at all because you know that it's going to get picked apart.
So what?
Yeah, Chris is like, so what? I was like, so what? I'm like, I don't know if I can be bothered
with it. It
with
was a normal thing that happened and we dealt with it and it was fine. So there's nothing bad happened from it.
We did almost die, but we dealt with it and it was fine.
But, right, can we tell it? Can I tell it?
Isabel,
Me and Dad are going to collab on this.
She's suddenly just woken up. She's like, let me tell it. Wait, just before you do though, say what you just said about that picture that you just showed me.
What picture?
That picture of you and Dad.
Oh, Dad was an emo. Right, let me find it. We need to recreate this.
Isabel wants to recreate this picture.
Look how cute it is.
Wait, I can't.
With a little baggy black jumper.
In fact, Isabel, do you remember where that actually is?
Is it
Look
the
at your
beach?
face, Isabel.
Is it
It's
at
so
Scarborough?
cute. No.
Is it at a beach?
Do you remember, babe?
Yeah, Bolton Abbey.
Bolton Abbey?
Oh yeah, I would have never guessed that. I thought it was the beach.
Such a cute picture.
Right.
You should definitely recreate it.
I know we should.
It's so
Really
cute. Right.
Right.
This time, last year, fast forward a couple of weeks because were we on our way? Where were we?
It was no.
No, we're on the way to Nordcap. Were we
no.
on the way up there?
No.
It was after that, wasn't it? I was really sick.
Was it? I thought it was the first time we hit -20 temperatures, and it was like
it was the coldest night we had.
Yeah, so it hit like.
So yeah, we're in Finland.
Oh, it was the first night after we left Rovaniemi.
Yeah, it's the first night after Rovaniemi.
Yeah.
So it hit like -20 or whatever it was. Like it
minus
yeah,
27, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was almost -30 that night.
Yeah, it was really
like
cold.
-28 or something.
Yeah, that's right, babe. -27 is almost -30. So that's right.
Yeah. So it was freezing, but obviously we had the the diesel heater. Everything was fine. We got into bed, cozy with our blankets, going to sleep. Get woken up in the middle of the night to the CO2 alarm.
No.
No.
No, we didn't get woken up to a CO2 alarm.
I
As
thought
well.
it was going beep beep beep.
CO2.
A CO alarm as well.
Sorry, my bad.
Alarm.
My bad. You know what I meant?
Do you know what's funny though? When I told this story to someone the other day,
You did that
I
as well.
also said the CO2 alarm.
Right, the carbon monoxide alarm was
Right.
going off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
So
alarm
hang
went
on,
off.
because you don't know this part because you were still asleep. Okay, I'm just going to get this technical part right. So basically we woke up at 2, we all went to sleep about midnight. We got woken up about 2:30 by the carbon monoxide alarm going off, which was a bit terrifying in the middle of the night. We were in the middle of nowhere and it was very, very cold that night. The diesel heater had turned off, had stopped working, but it was still warm, so it only just turned off. It was still almost, I think it was like 17.5 degrees or something like that, still in the van, but it was -30 almost outside. So it was very cold, everything was very frosted. So obviously we didn't know why the carbon monoxide alarm was going off, so in our dazed, sleepy state we were a bit panicked. We took it off.
Yeah, we weren't sure if it was the batteries either.
We took it off the wall, we took the batteries out of it, because
Changed them.
basically in the carbon monoxide alarm, if you can silence it, as in reset it, take the batteries out and put them back in, and it doesn't come back on, then it's detected carbon monoxide, but it's lower than the dangerous level, but you need to investigate it. If it can't be silenced, it comes back on when you turn it back on, then you need to evacuate and immediately basically it's dangerous levels. And it came back on, so obviously we were like, what the hell's going on?
No, the alarm didn't come back on straight away. It was silent for like
it was half an hour, yeah.
half an
So
hour.
basically we had a bit of a half an hour period where we thought, we were still sat in the van, like, okay, we're going to ventilate. We opened the windows. And
The kids were still asleep.
the kids were still asleep, so we opened the window basically and we thought, okay, even if something's gone wrong weird or whatever, let's just figure it out calmly, let's not over panic. But whilst we were trying to figure out what had gone on whilst everyone was asleep still, the alarm went off again.
Yeah.
So at that point we were like, okay, side doors open, everything open, everyone up.
And at this point, Dad.
But the thing is that there was nothing in the van that could have been causing it, right? The diesel heater was off.
Yeah.
Okay, the fridge is a 12-volt fridge, not gas. There's nothing else in the van physically other than the gas ball, but it was switched off. It was totally turned off and isolated like it is every single night. There was nothing in the van physically that could have been causing the alarm to go off. So I was really confused. And obviously, but I didn't want to turn the diesel heater back on in case it was the diesel heater that was causing the problem. So what we decided to do is get up, everybody get up, start the van.
This is like 3:30 now.
Right, it was 3:30 at this point. We start the van, warm the engine, and then drive to a hotel. Check in and then sort the diesel heater out tomorrow, basically, once we've been to sleep, and find out what's going on. So we got up.
So Dad just told the whole story.
No, I haven't yet, I'm going to tell you the rest of it.
No, get off the camera, you're not telling no more.
Yeah, but guys, we got up, went to the hotel, and that's it.
That's not the story.
Right,
Yeah, that's not the story though, is
right,
it?
so just from my side of the story, right? This one, we're fast asleep, and it's getting a bit chilly, and I'm thinking that's weird because obviously we should have the diesel heater.
It's never been cold at all.
It's never been cold before, so obviously I can feel a draft. My tootsies are cold. I'm like, I wake up and I see like Dad rummaging around. I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's just editing and he's just lost something, right?
Yeah.
And then I wake Esme up because it's getting really cold. I'm like, Esme, why is it getting really cold? And then Dad poked his head under super fat. It was so scary. He tucked his head under. Girls, and if you feel nauseous, and then if you've got a headache. We're like, what? No. And he went, right, let me calmly say this to you. No one panic. Okay, no one panic. So me and I get up and I'm like, what's going on? Because then we start to panic because Dad's like, don't panic. Don't panic, alright? And we're like, what? What happened? He explained everything that he's just explained to you that had happened, right?
Yeah.
So me and Esme sat there going, oh my gosh. And then we start to think, wait, do I feel nauseous?
Yeah.
Wait, do I have a headache? Wait. And then obviously Dad started the engine up because obviously it was nearly minus 30 outside. It was really cold.
But then by this point in the van, like an hour later, after we turned the heating off and we'd opened the doors, it was already within the hour down to minus like... Well, it was down to like 0 degrees in the van, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay.
It went, and when it got to like 9 degrees in the van, that's when it was like freezing. It felt really cold
and
to
you
us.
could see our own breath. Like, me and Esme literally, and bear in mind, Esme's not an affectionate person at all, right? Bear this in mind. Me and Esme were literally like snuggling. We put our heads under the covers and we were rubbing together like this. We were like wiggling together, like, give me some more, please. Put my hands in yours and wiggle together because it was so cold. And I literally remember Dad saying, right, this is getting silly now, like we can't just stay here all night. We need to drive.
Chris is just confirming what I'm allowed to tell you guys now because he's very serious about this story. So basically the reason we decided we needed to drive was because obviously if we drove we'd have the heat from the engine. So the heat, you know, when you naturally drive it heats up. So we had to drive. We couldn't turn the diesel heater back on because we weren't at this point sure. We didn't think it was from the heater anyway, but it was coming from somewhere.
And the heater had broken down at that point.
And the heater had broken down. We'd got a code on the heater or something, so we were confused. But we were like, we need to drive, like it's too cold to stay here. We can't stay here in the van with no heating because it's too cold, we need to drive. So me and Chris got into the front, wrapped all the kids up in as much blankets and things as we could.
Did they sleep through the whole thing though?
Yeah, they slept through the whole thing. They slept through the whole thing until we had to wake them up, obviously, to put them in the car seats. But even then, they stayed asleep in the car seats. They didn't wake up at all.
Until we got to the Airbnb.
Yeah, they stayed fast asleep in their car seats, just covered them up in blankets and things. And then, oh my gosh, so we sat in the car, bearing in mind it's freezing because we'd had the windows open. And what does Chris think's a good idea? I know. I'm going to boil the kettle and pour it on the front window screen.
Oh, I didn't all the way boil it because I didn't want to shatter the glass through like thermal shock.
He pretty much boiled it though. Poured it on the window screen and within a second, like once you could see it happen in front of your eyes, as he was pouring it, he'd not even got to the side and it had started on that side. A thick sheet of ice like that.
It didn't help at all. Pure
ice. So now we don't have a misty window. We have a pure thick ice that we could not get off, could we? We had nothing. She's smiling, Isabel, laughing at her. We were scraping it with everything we had, it would not come off. So we had to sit then in this car park.
How many cans of antifreeze did I use as well?
So much antifreeze. Nothing was helping though. But then we turned the heaters on in the car, but because we weren't driving and it was so cold outside, there was no heat coming out of them. So it was like, well, what are we going to do? So we had to wait until we got like the tiniest little bit of window. It was literally that big, wasn't it? At the bottom. And Chris was like, no, I'm going to have to put my head out the window. I'm going to have to drive around the car park. It's getting to like 4:30 o'clock in the morning now. So we're driving around this car park with Chris with his head out the window so he could see where we're going, like Ace Ventura. Me, it's so God, how long do you have to do this for? And it's like, until the windows. You know, we needed to drive basically to get heat to the engine, to get heat for us. So he had his head literally out the window because he couldn't see out the front.
Going around in circles and be like, what?
Just going round in circles in this car park.
It was all good because it was like it was a dirt road car park anyway, so there's no one else.
Yeah, it's not like a busy Tesco's on a Sunday afternoon. It was like middle of the night, it was like 4:30 in the... There's nothing we could do, it was that odd lake day there and free, so it was tough anyway. So anyway, that's what we did. We drove, the sun came up, we drove till about 6:30.
Yeah, it was around
7. Chris got straight on his phone, we got an Airbnb, we checked into an Airbnb, we didn't vlog any of this. Then we got that Chinese. I pictured it on my other phone. We got a Chinese, we didn't vlog even the next day. We didn't vlog that day or the next day because we were like, no, let's just take a couple of days off. Things do happen that we don't film, you know. And then obviously Chris investigated the van, but I've got to stop here because it's really serious that Chris told you this part.
Alright, so once we'd driven for a bit, once we'd freed up some window space and it was all clear from doing circles around the car park, and we drove for a bit, we got to an Airbnb, managed to check in nice and early, which was good. And it turns out basically that the diesel heater had a fault code because of lack of fuel. It's like error 8 on these diesel heaters that I've got. So because the fuel line goes outside partially before it comes back into the diesel heater. I think that basically because it was so cold, there was like some fuel like gelled in the system, which blocked the fuel, which turned the diesel heater off. But earlier in that day,
it had no,
Jace.
Wait. Just to confirm, the diesel heater had no relevance to the.
Sorry, basically there was the diesel heater.
Coincidence.
Yeah, so basically the diesel. There's nothing on the diesel heater could basically cause any issues with carbon monoxide because it's got an exhaust which could. But that's outside of the van at all times. It's outside and it comes out of the side of the van. There's no way that could have had an issue inside of the van like that. So basically I know that the error was basically down to like a gelled fuel line because of the fuel froze basically. Partially I made some ice crystals in it that just stopped it from igniting properly. So the whole thing, the coincidence of the heater going down and the alarm going off was basically a coincidence. And the reason why it was a coincidence because we read about afterwards. Earlier in the day, Jace had accidentally spilt some hand gel on the carbon monoxide detector. I'd taken it down. I'd taken it down basically off the wall and replaced the batteries that day. And Jace had spilt some, what's it called?
Yeah, just hand gel.
Hand gel from the side of the sink, basically, all over it, basically. And it went inside it and they cleaned it and all the rest of it. And it looked fine, the test worked and stuff.
But we didn't think anything of it, did we?
No, but apparently hand gel can cause false positive alarms on carbon monoxide tests on this particular brand of carbon monoxide test that we had. I don't know if it's on all of them or on just this particular one.
Yeah, I think it's on all of them.
So anyway, so we basically just we put it down to that basically because it had never ever happened before.
We replaced it and it never happened again.
Yeah, and what we did was we, the night in the Airbnb, obviously I fixed the diesel heater. Well, I'd say I fixed it. I just got it working again. I didn't do anything special, but it was a lot warmer where we were in the Airbnb. I ran the diesel heater all night in the van whilst we slept in the Airbnb. Came back the next morning, it was still running, everything was fine, and the carbon monoxide alarm was not going off.
I forgot you'd done that.
Yeah, we did the same the next night as well, because we did 2 nights at the Airbnb. We did the same next night. The carbon monoxide didn't go off. Nothing happened to the diesel heater other than it worked normally. And so we got back in the van the next day and cracked on. So it must have just been a coincidence that the heater went down because of the temperature and the fuel line freezing, and the carbon monoxide alarm just went off randomly because of it having alcohol gel in it potentially. That's what we put it down to. Yeah. So we say we nearly died. I mean,
no, we nearly froze. We did. We nearly froze.
It was cold.
If we hadn't moved, we would have died.
It was cold.
If we didn't move.
It was literally the night we checked out of the Rovaniemi hotel, the Puka hotel in Rovaniemi, and it was cold.
We did.
Isabel walked. Hang on,
this is my story. No, get up.
It's too long this video.
No, listen. Right, this is my frost snip story. So I didn't get a frostbite. There's 2 differences. There's frostbite, which is where like your toes go like purple.
Frostbite's serious.
Well, my toes would go a bit purple, but
I think
not.
Frostnip's the starter.
It's like the starter stage, and obviously if you stay in whatever conditions, then you get frostbite.
It can turn to frostbite.
It can get worse.
But frostnip is not us joking. Like it's an actual thing.
Yeah, we didn't just randomly call it that.
No, I didn't. Well, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, did we?
No, I think we did.
No, it is called frostnip.
No, it is frostnip.
Okay, right. So, I can't remember what it's called or where we were. I can explain it.
Is that Coca-Cola Town?
Yeah, but it was where that huge lake was. Do you remember? Was it like one of our first?
It was the Stegestein viewpoint.
Yeah. Amazing place. It was
Norway.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view. We got there quite late, and I remember all the stars were out, and we all wanted to go see and go look out at the stars. But Isla wanted to go with Mum and Dad's first, so she didn't want to put. For some reason, she didn't want to get her boots on. She couldn't. She was like,
I think she would just been a bit like, nah.
She's just been lazy. She saw my boots were already out at the door, and she just said, "Is, can I put your shoes on and go look?" And I said, "Yeah, it's easier than pulling your own boots on. It's fine." So she puts my boots on, she goes out, the snow's quite deep, so she's like, you know, jumping in the snow, running in the snow. She accidentally fills my boots with snow, right? She brings them back.
They're too big for you.
Too big for her. So she comes back with them. She doesn't tell me she's filled them with snow, and I didn't put socks on because I thought I was just gonna, you know, quickly run out of the van, we'll just go quickly have a look and come back. So I put them on, I'm like, oh, Annie, you've put snow in my boots. And she's like, oh, sorry. But I couldn't just not wear shoes and go out, and I really wanted to go see the stars and the view. So I'm like, right, it's fine, I'll just put them on. Didn't want to get my socks wet, my fluffy socks wet, so obviously I didn't put my socks on. We walk out, I'm like, oh, my toes are really cold, like it's actually freezing cold out here. My toes are cold, my toes are like, you know, soaking wet from the snow that was in my boots.
Bear in mind, we weren't going on a hike though.
But we were out there for like...
She was just coming out to see the stars.
We were out there for like 15-20 minutes looking though. 15-20 minutes we were just stood out there. In like, it was very deep snow, my feet were right deep into the snow and I had snow all in my boots. So we come back and I'm like, oh my gosh, my feet are so numb. I woke up the next morning, oh, the pain.
The frost nip had
The pain in my feet was so...
They had gone like a grey colour though.
They'd gone like a grey purple colour. They were, I couldn't bend them, they were stiff, they were like so stiff. And I literally, we were only driving like the next few days, weren't we? But I literally sat down for 2 days and just sat with my feet up, like rubbing them, putting them hand warmers, but like in my socks on my feet. Don't recommend it. It was so bad. Like my feet were so... I don't really get a lot of blood to my feet and hands anyway, because they're always freezing. So this was just like...
She proper suffered.
I did suffer, it was bad. But it's a memory, because I was like, I could cross it off my bucket list if I'd frostnip.
Bucket list
like, that's one thing in the world, that's just one thing in the that you can experience in the world.
The only problem now is that because we've just done those two huge story times, there's no vlog left.
This is revealing the truth.
So we should
vlogs.
We should have. This is the truth behind the vlogs that we don't.
It's not for this video, but let's use it as
That's what we should. That's what I mean. It's like we should have put all these stories in one day when we had filmed nothing.
Yeah, no.
Oh wow. Right.
Anyway, that's the time that we nearly died from hypothermia, and also the time that we
Isabel
died of...
Yeah, Isabel nearly lost her toe.
Really die, but they lost my toes to frost.
That's probably a bit extreme, but it could have turned to that.
I mean, we
could have
died,
turned to that.
We would have been very sick if we'd have stayed in the cold.
Yeah. So, yeah. So there's me saying it's totally safe to be in Scandinavia, but actually with the baby. But actually, I'm only joking. We have completely and fully prepared this one.
Yeah.
And.
Hey. We're completely and fully prepared last time as well, there's no difference.
The thing is that last time it sounds like we didn't prepare, there was nothing even wrong in reality. Just the fact that it sounds extreme and dramatic, but really it's just the fact that Jay spilled alcohol gel on the carbon monoxide detector. Nothing actually happened. It was just a terrifying night for us because we didn't know that at the time, and obviously we are responsible parents, so we opened all the doors and windows. As anybody would. But
we were just as prepared last time as we are this time. No difference, we've just got a bigger van, that's all.
No, we've got more heating and stuff this time.
More's had to happen.
But we've had more heating. Yeah, but we've got two diesel heaters this time and in-cabin heating, which is what we use. And the in-cabin heating this fan is so good. We didn't even use the heating last night. It was so hot in here.
Right next to where I sleep, it gets really warm.
Yeah, because the radiators are all around the outside of the van coming up, and it's just so warm when you put the heaters on. So last night I was like, nope, get them radiators off. It's so sweaty in here. Guys, I just turned the camera off to end the vlog and Chris told me off. I'm in the bad books.
No, I just wanted to say that obviously these last 2 days have been full on driving vlogs because we're trying to get to Scandinavia and it's very far away. So it takes a couple of days to get there, but once we get there, that's when the meat's coming. You feel me? It's not going to be just...
Chris just doesn't want you guys to think that we're only filming sat driving in the car.
Or in the van. That's not going to be like that. This trip's going to be the one... It's going to be
great.
Bigger than last year.
I know
by far.
already it's not going to be.
And not only that, it's going to be bigger than last year, but it's also, I also want to say as well that we're not like ignoring these countries that we're driving through. And I feel tight, like we're just blasting through them and not like giving them any airtime.
Guys, I went to Denmark today. I didn't even realise what currency was. And I went into Lidl, the supermarket, and I asked the man at the till, oh, how do you say hello in Dutch? And he went, hi. And I was like, Hi. I felt like the biggest tool, but we did skip through Denmark last time. That's why I'm getting confused, because we didn't even stay in Denmark last time, did we?
Fuel, that's it.
We stopped for fuel, and that's it, so that's probably why. Can't remember. Anyway,